Yo, what's good guys, and welcome to the introduction and rules video for the newest series on my channel. This is the Pokemon Y WonderWedlocke. If you guys remember, before we started Sacred Gold Wedlock, I had you guys vote on a straw poll on what you wanted me to do next, and this was the winner. So, hopefully you guys are excited for this series and will show it a lot of support, because you did vote on it and this is something that you guys wanted to see. So yeah, here's hoping everything will go well, I'll enjoy it, you'll enjoy it, and yeah, it'll go good. So, as you guys know, with the White Egg Lock, we did lose that as we lost against Getsis, and we lost the Sacred Gold Wedlock as well, so I'm hoping that we will bounce back and actually get a victory in a Nuzlocke, because it's been a while, and I'm craving the win here, so here's hoping I'll be able to win this WonderWedlocke, and all will be good. So, for those who may not know the rules of a Wonderlock, Nuzlocke, and even a Wedlock, I have made this video to show you guys or tell you about the rules and stuff, so hopefully you'll get a better understanding despite the fact that I am absolutely awful at explaining things. So yeah, if you don't learn anything from this video, I fully blame myself because I am a terrible explainer of very simple things. So yeah, let's just get into the rules, and first off, let's start with like, what is a Wonderlock? Well, a Wonderlock is a new format of the well-known Nuzlocke challenge that uses the new mechanic introduced in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, the Wonder Trade. With Wonder Trade, you can trade Pokemon with anyone around the world and receive any kind of Pokemon at any level. A rule I'm using in this challenge is that if a Pokemon I receive is a higher level than the highest level Pokemon of a gym leader that I'm about to face, I'll retrade until I get one that is lower or equal in level. So for example, I'm about to take on Viola, which is the first gym leader in the game. I believe she has a level 13 Pavilion, or level 14, I'm not sure, but if I want to trade and get a Pokemon higher than level 13, I'll retrade it to make sure that I get one that is lower or of the same level. So, yeah, this will go with every gym. So, for example, with Grant, I think its highest is level 25. If I get something that's higher than 25 by the time I get to Grant, then I'll retrade it. And it's sort of like a level limit thing, so just to make sure I'm not too over leveled or something, because as you know, with traded Pokemon, they will get extra experience from battle, so they will be easier to train up. And if I should get a Pokemon that is level 1, I will be using the experience share to train it up, because I need to get it to catch up to the rest of my team, but I won't be using the experience share any other time, just to train up Pokemon that I get that are new and are behind with the team. So, I'll also be using the experience share when I'm doing training sessions, because it will be real time. There's no speed up button on my 3DS, there's no speed up button on any 3DS, so it'll all be real time. And it'll just save me time when it comes to training things up. So the experience share will be used for grinding montages too, just to make things go a little bit quicker for me. So what is a Wedlock? Well, a Wedlock is a variant of the Nuzlocke challenge, which features two Pokemon being paired up as a couple. Depending on the way you're playing, these can be male-female pairings, male-female, or female-female, it's all up to you. I'm going with the way I've been playing in the past, which is male and female. The Wedlock has many rules, which I'll now go over. For those who don't know what a Wedlock or how a Wedlock works, I'll also cover the rules of the Nuzlocke and Wonderlock for those who are new to either concept. So what is what are the rules of a Nuzlocke and Wonderlock? Well, with a Nuzlocke, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on a route. Should you fail to catch it, you don't get to catch another Pokemon on that route. However, if you already captured the Pokemon before, you are allowed to look for a different Pokemon to avoid duplicate captures. So for example, on the first route in Kyle's, I'm not sure what it is, it's Route 3 I think, or Route 2 where you can get your first Pokemon. If I catch a Fletchling there, or if I was doing Nuzlocke and I catch a Fletchling there, and I go into Santaloon Forest, and I find a Fletchling as the first encounter there, I don't have to catch the one in Santaloon Forest, because I've already caught Fletchling before. So that way you can catch something different, if you want. So, or well, whatever the next Pokemon you run into, if it's not another Fletchling, obviously. So, yeah, you just get the first Pokemon you catch. That's known as Dupe's Claws if you run into something that you already have caught. And even if you've captured a Pokemon already in a Wonderlock, you must still catch it, as you will be training it away anyway. But the Pokemon you receive will be the dupe. So if I traded if I had Fletchling from Wonder Trade already, and I get another Fletchling, I can trade away the new Fletchling for a new Pokemon, because I already have a Fletchling and that would be duplicate. So, yeah, there's no real fun in playing with Dupe's Claws, because it just like, it's boring having the same Pokemon over and over again. So rule number 2, any Pokemon that faints is considered dead and must be deposited in the PC, never to be used again or released. Should a Pokemon you receive from Wonder Trading faint, you are not allowed to trade it away, as it is considered dead, and should be either boxed or released. Should you need a certain Pokemon for a HM move and only a dead Pokemon that you haven't released is able to learn it, you can take that Pokemon out and use it just for that HM. You cannot use it in battle. The Pokemon, wow, that sounded really weird. You can't use it in battle. The Pokemon must be then placed in the PC as soon as possible, should the HM move not be needed afterwards. Rule number 3, all Pokemon must be nicknamed. The reason behind nicknaming is to create a bigger bond between you and your Pokemon. Because you are trading with someone over Wonder Trade, you don't have the ability to nickname the Pokemon you receive, so you must use the one that is given from the original owner. If a Pokemon doesn't have a nickname, you can give it a placeholder nickname. The name will be saved in the game though, so if you do this, remember not to forget the placeholder name you've given to your Pokemon, should you decide to do it. Alright, so what are the rules of a Wedlock? Well, Pokemon you catch must be put into pairs. Whether you're doing this as male-female, male-male, or female-female, they must be put into pairs. You cannot switch between pairs and can only switch between a Pokemon and its partner. No other member of your team can be switched in. A Pokemon that doesn't have a partner is considered a lone wolf and cannot be switched with any Pokemon, meaning it has to fend for itself until it gets a partner of its own. If a member of a pair faints, it must be replaced by something in the PC or a newly caught traded Pokemon. If both faint, you must make a new pair entirely. So, for example, if I had a Fletchling and a Bunnelby, because they're like usually two common things that you get off Wonder Trade, if I had those two as a pair, and I also had a Scatterbug, because that's again another common thing that you may get, the Scatterbug is not in a pair, so I can only use that Scatterbug. I can't switch in Fletchling or Bunnelby. But if I was using Bunnelby, I'd be allowed to switch into Fletchling, and if I was using Fletchling, I'd be allowed to switch into Bunnelby, but not Scatterbug. So until Scatterbug gets a partner of its own, it can't switch with any Pokemon, but when it does get a partner, it can switch with that Pokemon, and not with Fletchling and Bunnelby. So next up, Pokemon in your party cannot be deposited unless they have fainted. However, should none of the Pokemon in your party be able to learn a HM move that you need to advance the game with, or advance onwards with the game, you are allowed to take a Pokemon out from the PC that is able to learn it. Once the Pokemon with the HM has served its purpose, you must put it back in the PC as soon as possible and get the Pokemon that was originally in your party. So yeah, this is the same as if a Pokemon is fainted, or if a fainted Pokemon is the only one that can learn a HM, you are allowed to take it out just to use the HM and move on. You can use the experience share to level up your Pokemon for different pairs. For example, if you were training up Pokemon in pair 1, you can use the experience share to train up Pokemon in pair 2 and pair 3 at the exact same time. However, you cannot use the switch out method to train up a Pokemon unless they are in the same pair. If you have a full party and catch and receive a new Pokemon from Wonder Trade, the newly caught Pokemon is not considered part of a pair. This Pokemon can be used as a replacement should one of the members of your party faint if the gender is correct. If not, then the next Pokemon you find must be the correct gender. If you have 2 male Pokemon and 1 female Pokemon, you must catch, or the next Pokemon you must catch has to be a female Pokemon if you're playing that way. If both members of a pair faint and you have the required genders of a Pokemon in the PC, the Pokemon in the PC can form a new pair. In the case of a double battle, should a member of a pair faint, you must switch into a member of a different pair that is the same gender as the one still in battle. This way you still keep a pair alive, and should the Pokemon that is switched in faint, you get a new pair from the survivors of the 2 pairs. Should you be in a battle and your opponent uses a move such as Whirlwind or Roar, you must now use the pair that was switched into battle. However, you cannot use moves such as Baton Pass to switch between pairs. If you do use Baton Pass, you can only switch into the partner of the Pokemon using Baton Pass. So yeah, that is pretty much all the rules, and I guess we'll go over a quick summary just to, like, these are the real important rules that you should follow. So, any Pokemon that faints must be released or put in the PC. You can only catch the first Pokemon you see on a route. This must then be Wonder Traded away if you were doing a Wonderlock. You can only switch between Pokemon that are in the same pair. You must nickname all of your Pokemon. And the most important one is to have fun and enjoy yourself and good luck. So yeah guys, that is pretty much the rules of the Pokemon Y WonderWedlocke that we will be starting up. Hopefully this has helped you with the rules and such, even though again I'm terrible at explaining stuff like this, so it'll probably help nobody, but that's just my fault I guess. So yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and helped you out somehow. And yeah, hopefully you guys are excited. Be sure to leave a comment telling me if you're excited for the new series. Be sure to leave a like to get this out there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, just thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll be catching you guys next time. So see you guys then.